Welcome to our journey into the realm of wisdom for today, our daily devotion, walking each day in wisdom, getting wiser, having greater perception and insight, understanding what is going on in the world around us, what is going on in our own psychological zoo, what is happening deep down in our spirits, connecting with God in such a way that we can live our lives at a level that is beyond that of the fool. Yes. So we're in Ecclesiastes. We're in day 40 of Ecclesiastes, and we're looking at the subject of beauty. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 10, the A part, the very beginning, it says, "He has made all things beautiful in their time." There are few things more breathtakingly beautiful than a sunset. The whole world stops to watch the sun sink into the sea, not just once or twice or 3 times, but throughout our lives we will stop and watch that phenomenon over and over and over again. If a sunset can capture the attention of people all around the world, what's going on? We only pay attention to things that matter. So why does the beauty of a sunset mean, we're looking at meaning, why does it mean so much? Meaning is connected to reality. The nearer towards reality we get, the greater the meaning, the greater our sense of meaning. We need to know what is real, because if we begin to give meaning to things that are not real, then we have stepped across the threshold into illusion. If, for example, we immerse ourselves into a false religion, like Mormonism or Jehovah's Witnesses or Universalism, there's a whole lot of things that are false out there, or Buddhism. If we immerse ourselves into a false religion, we don't have to be sacrificing people to be locked into a false kind of worship. What happens is that we become disillusioned because we have embraced something that is false. We've embraced a lie. If we try to make something out of nothing, such as those who say, "The universe will guide me," then I've entered into self-deception. Jesus puts it like this: if the light that is in you is darkness, how great is that darkness? Establishing a criteria for reality is not as simple as the hard-nosed materialists would have you think, especially when it comes to intangibles such as beauty. Beauty is beyond definition. Consider the beautiful sunset and ask yourself, is that your perception, as in beauty is in the eye of the beholder, or is beauty inherent in the sunset, shining forth, capturing your attention? Beauty is one of those things called qualia. Qualia. It's beyond qualification. It's beyond categorization. It stands on its own. We know it exists, but you can't prove it. The same can be said for love. Love, well, we know it exists, but you can't prove that it is real. And how do you define love? Love is its own proof. Grace and truth and music and hope are all on the same level of indefinable reality, because they are greater things. In a way, they are beyond us. Likewise, beauty is its own proof. And what these intangibles suggest is that there is a higher reality than the things that we can identify with our five senses. When Jesus said, there are those who have eyes but cannot see, he's telling us there's something beyond the obvious. And so Jesus moves us from beyond materiality, matter, reality, the reality of just matter, to a higher dimension of reality. Matter is what the materialists believe in. Matter is what the scientists believe in. Jesus is saying there's a higher reality than all of those things. He's not saying that the three-dimensional world has no meaning. He's simply directing us to a greater meaning in a higher dimension of reality. He said, man doesn't live on bread alone, but on every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. The scientist, he would debate that, but the psychologist never would, because the psychologist treats people every day who come to him with full bellies, yet are dying for lack of love or a comforting word or direction for their lives. Paul the Apostle wrote, "For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities. All things have been created through him and for him." So he's declaring the existence of things that are invisible to our eyes. There's no need to prove that they exist. Of course they exist. Likewise, there's no need to prove that love exists or that beauty exists. Of course they exist. Such things are beyond science, beyond our natural senses. They're perceived by that part of us that beholds beauty. If we deny the existence of these things, we're in fact self-deceived, just as if we'd been following a false religion. Therefore, we must conclude that there is something within us that is able to connect and relate and communicate with that which is beyond us. And again, Scripture tells us that this is so. It says, deep calls to deep. Deep calls to deep. Spirit connects to spirit. That which is spiritual within us relates to God, who is spirit. And when that which is spiritual within us connects spirit to spirit, then we've encountered ultimate reality and therefore the ultimate meaning of life. Nothing really will help you make sense of this world more than encountering Jesus, who is the one that makes all things beautiful in their time. Think about it. How can we say that a woman is beautiful with one breath and that a horse is beautiful with the next? Are we saying that a woman looks like a horse? Surely not. What we're describing is everything is beautiful in its time, in its context, when it's right. In fact, without realizing it, we're perceiving a mathematical reality. We're perceiving the mathematical verifiability of beauty. In the analysis, beauty demands order and symmetry. Beauty is order in the world. If, for example, my nose was stuck on top of my head, there would be very few people that would say that that's a beautiful face right there. You would think somehow the symmetry has been lost. Something's in the wrong place. So beauty is order in the world. Think about that. Beauty is the order of heaven entering into the chaos of this world and bringing transcendent meaning or light or truth or reality with it. Well, that's a lot for you to think about. Next time you see something that you consider to be beautiful, remember what the wise man said, that he, God, makes all things beautiful in their time, and understand that that picture of beauty is your opportunity to connect to a higher reality whose name is Jesus. God bless you. We'll see you again tomorrow for some more wisdom from this fascinating and multi-leveled, multi-dimensional book of Ecclesiastes.